Okay, World Cup at home. 2011, the last time the World Cup was at home, you know, Mahendra Singh Dhoni and team, including you, won the tournament. Handling pressure of home expectations. Is it true that during that World Cup, Gary Kirsten did not allow you to read any newspapers or watch TV? What was the country thinking? Is that true? Or is that simply a story that we are told? That the players were told, you're not going to read what Indians are thinking about the World Cup.
See, those times were different. You can get away with without reading a newspaper those days. Nowadays, everything is there on your phone, and the kind of things you see on social media, you can't. I don't know how you're going to control that, because those days, of course, we were. It was a rule made by the team, and of course introduced by Gary. Said, why don't you guys give up reading newspaper or TV, for that matter?
So, would you advise the players don't look at your mobiles for 6 weeks? Just stay off your mobile or switch off all social media.
Well, I don't think that's what is going to happen. They're not going to do that. But of course, if they can do it, it will help them. Of course, on social media, if you don't perform well on one particular day, or you drop a single catch, or you let the four go, no matter how hard you have tried, but if the four went, you'll see next day what people will do. This social media is good, and also it can bring you down as well. So as to the player, I can just advise, stay as away as possible. Even yesterday, Virat Kohli mentioned on his social media, don't disturb me for the tickets for next 2 months. I want to focus on cricket. So I would advise, don't see your phone for next 2 months. It'll be easier for everyone.
That's good piece of advice, Mr. Gavaskar. You share that. Don't see your phone for the next 2 months. Someone knocks on your door, match, India-Pakistan match, hai, ticket de do, just do not disturb.
But that's not likely to happen because, you ask room service, for example, and the room service guy comes in and he's going to ask you, he's going to serve you, and then he says, sir, do ticket mil sakta hai kya? That's a given. So you can't avoid, the request for tickets. You can't avoid, if you're a batter, the room service guy, the laundry guy, whoever comes to pick your clothes up maybe for laundry, him either asking for tickets, or if you're a batter saying, sir, tomorrow century, tomorrow century. So that little bit of pressure will be there always. So you can't avoid it.
How do you handle home pressure? Because the last 3 World Cups, interestingly, have been won by the host nation. India 2011, Australia 2015, England 2019. So, fourth time lucky, but how do you handle home pressure then?
Well,
what's the advice?
Obviously, to try as much as possible to just, block yourself from everything, which is not easy. I know that Sachin Tendulkar used to put, headphones on. So when he got off the team bus, going into the change room, coming out from there, he had them on. So he couldn't hear anybody saying anything. And they would all be wishing him. Nobody would be saying anything wrong to him. But sometimes even just that wish, if we want 100, we want, that can, add a little bit to the burden of expectation, the pressure of expectations. That can be just sometimes a little hard. So if you can block yourself off, nothing like it. And everybody, I think, today does that. In your own room, tough. But when you're coming out, I think everybody who comes in, before they hand over their phone to the guy who collects the phones from everybody as soon as you get off the team bus, you put your headphones on and you can block anybody off.
By the way, I want to tell you, Mr. Gavaskar, on the morning of the 1983 World Cup, says he was less tense facing the West Indies fast bowlers, was more tense about the number of people who wanted a ticket to the match. Is that right?
Absolutely, and that is exactly what I think Kohli has said just now, that don't disturb him for tickets. Even now, I think when people are asking me for tickets, all I say to them is, you're 479th in the queue. Once I take care of 479, then I will look at your request as well.
Harbhajan, we mentioned Kohli a couple of times. All-time great. Could become the first Indian cricketer to win 2 World Cups. No one has done that. Ashwin and he have that rare opportunity. You played a lot with Virat Kohli. I'm told in the 2011 World Cup, a lot of you wanted to win the World Cup for Sachin Tendulkar, someone whom you admired and adored a lot. Do you think this team could think about, Virat Kohli ke liye ye karna hai? Because in many ways, Virat has changed Indian cricket.
उस टीम में और ये टीम में अंतर बहुत है.
क्या है?
वो टीम एकजुट बहुत थी. वो टीम में सचिन तेंदुलकर की जो रिस्पेक्ट थी वो बहुत बड़ी थी और एवरीबडी वांटेड टू विन फॉर सचिन तेंदुलकर. इस टीम का मुझे पता नहीं है हु ऑल वांट टू विन फॉर विराट, बट येस दे वांट टू विन फॉर इंडिया फॉर श्योर. ये बहुत बड़ा एक मैंने आपको वो चीज़ बताई है अंतर.
नहीं नहीं, आप एक ऐसी चीज कह रहे हो जो अब ट्विटर पे वायरल
हाँ,
होगी
हो जाएगी,
कि
कोई बात नहीं.
2011 की टीम एकजुट थी.
नहीं,
यानी
एकजुट
कहीं ना
इसलिए-
कहीं आप कह रहे हो वो रिस्पेक्ट नहीं है.
वो ड्रेसिंग रूम में जो सचिन तेंदुलकर की जो रिस्पेक्ट थी वो शायद ही किसी प्लेयर की उसके बाद हुई. हाँ, महेंद्र सिंह धोनी ने बहुत रिस्पेक्ट कमाई है ड्रेसिंग रूम में, बट उसके बाद मुझे नहीं लगता है कि टीम उतनी एकजुट, मतलब यहाँ एक चलता है वहाँ 10 चलते हैं. बट येस दे ऑल वांट टू विन फॉर द कंट्री बट नॉट फॉर वन इंडिविजुअल आई बिलीव. एंड ऑफ कोर्स विराट भी चाहेगा कि वो कंट्री के लिए जिताए, वो अपने लिए तो जीतेगा तो बोनस है. तो ये मेरा मानना है.
Okay, interesting. Maybe it shows the way the game is changing. Each player, in fact, R. Ashwin hinted at something like this in an interview he did, that we are not in that sense, that whole notion of a team working, in a lot of great individuals, but the notion of a team. 83 was all about teamwork. Kapil Dev was the star, but each one contributed in his way. Do you believe that will be critical also to handle pressure? That you've got to play this World Cup not for an individual. It's not about who scores, it's about how the team does.
It's for India. Simply. You play for that flag. It's simply for that. I played every game, for India, not for any individual. मेरा कप्तान सौरव गांगुली हो या राहुल द्रविड़ हो या महेंद्र सिंह धोनी, it didn't matter to me. All it mattered to me was that I am playing for India. And this is the greatest satisfaction I can get कि हाँ मैं भारत के लिए खेल रहा हूँ और मेरे लिए ये मौका दोबारा आएगा या नहीं, इससे बड़ी बात क्या हो सकती है. तो मैं भारत के लिए खेल रहा हूँ, ये सब मेरे लिए दुआएं मांग रहे हैं, प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं कि मैं सक्सेसफुल हूँ. आज की डेट में किसी के पास इतना समय नहीं है कि कोई किसी के लिए प्रार्थना करे, बट जब भारत का मैच होगा सब जुड़ जाते हैं प्रार्थना करने में भी और दिल लगा के ये शिक्कत में कि मैच जीत जाए, भारत मैच जीत जाए. वो कोहली मैच जीत जाए नहीं होता है, राहुल द्रविड़ मैच जीत जाए नहीं होता, भारत मैच जीत जाए.